Good morning, class 9. Yesterday I discussed with you the muscular tissue. These are of three types, and today, as I discussed with you yesterday, that I'm gonna start your another topic, that is nervous tissue. This is a very small topic in which I'm gonna discuss with you the structure of the nervous tissue, that is neuron. So let us see what are the nervous tissues. Basically, nervous tissues are or the nervous tissues, in the simple terms, these are known as nerve cells or the neurons or the nerve cells. And these nerve cells, if you see, these bound together to form the connective these are bound by the connective tissue to make a nerve. Means so many connective tissues are found around these nervous tissues, and in this manner they form a kind of structure which is known as nerve. Okay, nerves, you have means you might have heard this word before also, that many nerves are present in your body. So basically, this nervous tissue, if you talk about the function, the function is to carry the stimulus. Basically, our body responds towards the stimulus which are present in the environment. It means it can be a temperature change, it can be a heat change, it can be pressure, it can be touch, any kind of change which occur in your surrounding. It is a kind of stimulus for your body, and the function of nervous tissue is to catch the nerve impulses, or catch the stimulus from the our environment, take it to the brain or the spinal cord. Then there what action is going to be done, that action will be coded in the form of neurotransmission transmitters, and again it will brought back to the organ which has felt the kind of stimulus. Like if somebody has means if somebody has, what I say, if somebody has touched a hot pan, then at that time your hand will be drawn back. And how it happens, when once you touch a hot pan, then at that time your means the nerve endings which are present in your hand, they these recognize the feeling of by the touch receptors. These identify that there is increase in temperature, so they carry the impulse, they carry this message stimulus towards the brain, that this organ has touched a kind of object which is little hot. So at that time, that means the message goes by the nerves to the brain or spinal cord decides whether to draw back the hand or keep it like that. So after that, if the signal is that to draw back the hand, then the nerve impulses will carry this message towards the organ, that is hand, and your hand will be pulled back. So this is the function of nervous tissue, to basically to carry the impulses, stimulus impulses from one place to other place, and these control all the activities of your body. Because if you are thinking, if you are drawing, if you are putting your hand anywhere, if you are writing, if you are doing anything, all these things are being controlled by your brain. And by the brain, because these nervous tissues are attached, so you can say that all the activities of your body are being controlled by the nervous tissue or the nerve cells or the neurons. Location wise, where these are present, these are present in the brain. Your brain is made up of so many kind of the neurons. Millions of neurons are present in your brain. Spinal cord, which is present in the vertebral column, that is the structure which is also formed by the nervous tissue. And these structures, about these we will study in the class 10th. And the nerves which are present in your hand, in your leg, in your internal structures, all these nerves are also made up of nervous tissue or the neurons. If you see how these look like, these look like a tree which is having branches. You can see this is having a root, it is a kind of stem, and it is a kind of the branches which are scattering in the upper part. So basically it is having three parts: cyton, axon, and dendrites. Cyton, this part is known as cyton. This complete yellowish part is known as axon, And this part is this part sorry, what happened. Mm. This part is known as dendrites. Let me show you a bigger diagram so that it will be clear to you. See this one. Okay, so here you will see these structures which are present here. These branchings are known as dendrites. These are formed by the main cell body soma. It is also known as cyton or soma, or the cell body, which is having nucleus. All the cell organelles are also present here. So these it is having cytoplasm also, and these extend in such a manner to form these branched structures which are known as dendrites. This structure, basically dendrite, carry the nerve impulses from different organs to the cyton part. Then these nerve impulses travel through this structure, which is known as axon, by means from one cell to other cell to other cell. These nerve impulses are carried away from cyton to other parts, that is axon, and from axon it is found attached to other neuron, which again going to carry this impulses from there to there. So basically these are the branch structures which carry impulse from one part to other part, and then from this neuron to other neuron. Then this sequence will carry on till the end. Okay, some more structures. Axon terminals, basically these are the terminals which are found attached to the dendrite parts of the other neurons. These are having gaps between them. This gap is known as synapse. This synapse is the gap but through which the chemical transmissions, which are the chemical transmitters or the neurotransmitter which are going to travel, these will jump from here to here, and these will carry to the other neurons. This, please don't get confused, and this part will be discussed in your higher classes, that is in class 10th. So if you have not studied it in a well manner, so just you can just ignore it. Only you need to study the basic diagram of the you must know the basic diagram of the neuron. And this, if you see that this axon, which is this band, is covered by a kind of covering. This covering is known as myelin sheath. Basically it is a kind of proteinaceous sheath or the cover which is found on the axon. Why it is present? Because uh, the transmitters or the neurotransmitters which travel here from here, they are having some kind of the charges. Okay, these are the charged particles. So if these charged particles, if this part is opened, then these charged particles can travel from this part to any other part also. That is why this can cause a kind of you can say a kind of spark that occurs in the when the when the wires are open naked. In the same manner, if the this axon is going to be completely not covered by any substance, and that in that case these charges can travel from one neuron to other neuron by jumping, and this can cause damage to the neurons. That is why this myelin sheath is present here. And axon terminal, I told you, this is this is the ending of the axons. So like this topic is completed. Neuron is the structural unit of the nervous system, that forms the brain, the spinal cord, and different kind of the nerves present in the body. Their function is to carry the stimulus or the responses in the form of neurotransmitters from one body part to the other body part, or you can say from one body part to the brain or the spinal cord, and from spinal cord or the brain to the kind of the organ which is affected. So like this topic is completed. If you have any query, you can ask in the class. Thank you, class.